Good morning. I'm not real sure how long my voice will last today, so I'm going to review some things about dominance and codominance from Tuesday's lesson. So let me put this in percent mode. And let's start with the correct slide. Let's try that. As you can tell, this morning is not the best of mornings. Okay, now we'll do it percent. Okay, so here's Mendel trying to figure out how in the world with red and white you end up with pink. Okay, we didn't exactly do ours like this. We did a combination of red and then we did two capital W's for white. So the pink would be capital R, capital W, capital R, capital W. So you wouldn't get confused. Okay, explain the difference. Incomplete dominance. Incomplete dominance is when neither allele is actually in control and they blend. It's like you're mixing paint. All right, so if you have a red flower and a white flower, they end up becoming a pink flower. If you have a red flower and a yellow flower, they can become an orange flower. Codominance is like when you have co-captains and they're both alleles are of equal importance, so they both show up. 4 o'clock flowers, incomplete dominance. Neither red nor white is dominant. So you have homozygous red, you mix it with homozygous white, and the alleles blend into the hybrid red-white to produce pink flowers. This is how you get all those pretty flowers in different colors at Lowe's, Hardware, at Home Depot, at Walmart, at the garden shops in the summer. That's why if you plant these and then they come back up the next year, because they are a hybrid, they may not be the same color as the original flowers. Codominance is you have two equally dominant alleles that are expressed the same. The heterozygous phenotype will have both phenotypes visible. Okay, sickle cell anemia is codominant. Sickle cell anemia, most of the red blood cells are shaped like a beret, and with sickle cell, they're shaped curved. And with this, normal hemoglobin is RR, sickle cells are shaped SS. People who are carriers are heterozygous for disease because there is a mixture of both normal and sickle cells. Sickle cell anemia affects people from places like Italy and African descent. Okay, we have roan horses. We also have roan cows. Roan means color red. So you have red. Pretend this is two W's. So you have their when you cross a red with a white, you end up with an RW, RW. Okay, if you crossed an RW and an RW, you'd end up with two RWs. I'm sorry, one RW, one red, two roan, which would be RW, and one WW. Shorthorn cattle, codominance, homozygous red is crossed with homozygous white. The offspring will have both red and white hairs. Anytime you have a red and white mix, it's called roan. Okay, let's say there are two alleles for hair color, red and blue. What would be the resulting phenotype of a heterozygous pair if the allele showed codominance? Okay, you're gonna have red and blue because it's codominance. They're both equal and they show. Okay, there are two alleles for the hair color trait, red and blue. What would be the resulting phenotype if the heterozygous pair of alleles showed incomplete dominance? Okay, with incomplete dominance, they're going to blend, and so they'll end up with purple. Oh, let me go back one. Well, forget that. Hold on, let's see if I can do it like this. Well, there you go. I went way on back, didn't I? That kind of day, friends. That kind of day. Just go to my drive and pull it up. I really probably should not be at school. I'm not positive or anything for COVID, but I'm having really hard time breathing because of my asthma, but it was much easier for me to be here than be at home and try to manage this with my groups today. So eventually this might come back up. Sorry for the delay. Okay, let's just buzz right on through this again. Okay. So we are at this point of multiple alleles. When there are more than two alleles possible for a given gene, this allows for a larger number of genetic phenotype possibilities. And let's think about blood types with this. We talked a little bit about blood typing when we talked about the cardiovascular system, when we talked about human body systems. So we have four blood types, A, B, and O. So the genotypes from A can be AA or AO. For B, it can be BB or BO. For AB, it's AB. For O, it's OO. They can receive blood from A, can receive blood from A or O. B can receive blood from B or O. AB is lucky; they can get blood from anybody. AB or O, and O can only receive O. That's why it's called the universal donor. Okay. We don't really need to know about that. Okay, in a certain case, a woman's blood type was tested to be AB. She married, and her husband's blood type was A. Their children have blood types A, AB, and B. What are the genotypes of the parents and the genotypic ratios of the children? So let me open a new tab here, go to my whiteboard. I should have already had this open, but you know how it goes. Okay. So I believe the problem said that the blood type was AB and she married an A. Okay. So to figure this out, we have A, B. Okay, now it's crossed with A. So we have two options for A. We can have AA or we can have AO. So I believe the blood types of the kids were, I think they were AB, A, and B. Let me check that to make sure. A, B, and A. Yeah, good deal. All right, so I'm going to go with an O and see what we come up with. This may be totally wrong, but I think it's right. Wow, you can tell I'm great today. Look at that Punnett square. Okay, so we have A, we have B, we have A, and we have O. So this is going to be A, A. This is going to be AB because the A is like first. We have AO. And we have BO. So I believe that would give us the blood types that we needed. AB, A, and B. Okay, let's look at the next one. The next one says, in a certain breed of cows, the gene for red fur is codominant without a white fur. What would be the genotype and phenotypic ratios of an offspring if you breed a red cow with a white bull? Okay, so we're going to breed a red cow with a white bull. Okay, let me clear my board. Okay, this is like so slow today. Is there not one where I can just clear the whole thing? There you go. All right, so we're breeding a red cow with white bull. So we have R, crossed with crossed with W, W for white. Okay. So red, crossed with white, white. All right, so you're going to have RW, 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 and RW. So the phenotype is going to be 100% red. The genotype is going to be 100% RW. Let's look at the next one. What would they be if you crossed a red, okay, let's try this again. What would they be if you bred a red and white cow with a red and white bull? Okay, so we're breeding roan crossed with roan. All right. So red, white crossed with red, white. So you got red, red. You got red, white. You got red, white. You got white, white. All right, so you're going to have one red, red, two RW, which is wrong, and one white. Now, this is genotype. It's time you knew that. The phenotype would be one red, the phenotype would be two wrong, and the phenotype would be one white. Let me clear the page. Okay, next. A rooster with gray feathers is mated with a hen of the same phenotype. Among their offspring, 15 chicks are gray, 6 are black, 6 are white. I can't read. 8 are white. What is the simplest explanation for the inheritance of this color? Okay. So I am assuming if they're gray, you're going to have black and white, because that makes gray, crossed with black and white, because in incomplete dominance is a blend of the two colors. So you're going to have black chicks. You're going to have black and white chicks. You're going to have black and white. And you're going to have white. Again, the phenotypic ratio is going to be one black, two white. One black, two gray, one white. The genotypic ratio is going to be one dominant B, one capital B, capital W, one capital B, capital W, which will give you two, and one WW. Okay. If you're going to make a gray rooster and a black hen, you're going to have white and gray. Okay. Next. Incomplete dominance, neither allele is completely dominant over the other allele. A heterozygous phenotype is created, which is a blending of the two. I hope this helps. In addition to Tuesday's lesson, I hope this helps you understand complete and incomplete dominance. You're going to have a worksheet on Wiser Me to complete, and it's going to be an effort grade. Have a good day.